Hi, welcome back to RealmTale. In the last episode, we worked on this very casino that I am standing on. We even played some stat poker, which was a lot of fun. It was one of my favorite episodes of the entire season, so make sure you check that one out. If you haven't, I highly recommend it. Anyways, in between episodes here, we've been working on a little bit more projects. Those projects include, most notably over here, the road here, which has been extended from this intersection. We have some crossroads, and it just goes down here into a tunnel. So it just kind of makes you under the impression that the road goes on forever. But in reality, it's just a black box down here with a ton of black concrete. And I gotta say, the look actually looks pretty solid, because when you're up here, when you normally will be, you can't really tell that the road ends. And it's pretty cool to kind of end off this part of the intersection, because it just kind of keeps going, and then, you can imagine that road then runs underground for a while, and then traffic comes up and visit the city, which I think is pretty cool. The only other thing I've really been doing in between episodes is over here. You can see all the way over here the chunks aren't loading because the space is getting so very big. I've finished up all of the area around here, so that is pretty awesome. The surface around here is completely finished, so yeah, it's pretty solid over here. It even continues with the rock formation that we kind of started over here on the other side of the pig, which we kind of did again in between episodes a while ago. The only thing that's standing in its way is the pig, which might have to go. I was saying this a little bit last episode. This guy's been here since December of 2022, and it's currently July of 2023. It's been a while. He might need to go. There's some pigs inside of here. So yeah, we might have to do a time lapse of us destroying the pig. Well, there you have it. The pig has now finally been destroyed, and I have to commend T for making that all those years ago, because that thing was really well detailed. I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of blocks that went into it. How do I know? Yeah, I saved every single block in case we ever need to reconstruct it. We have all the blocks there, which is pretty cool. It's the pig, and these are the fallen soldiers, because that pig was filled with actual pigs. So yeah, had some of those as well. I'm gonna clean up my mess here, and I'm gonna work on actually just finishing the terraforming section of this part as well. And there you have it. The entire pig is gone, and the mountainside is complete. What a great way to start today's episode. Because no, that was not what I was planning to do for all of today's episode. If you'd actually notice, the path continues a little bit. I soon plan to build an actual structure over here and make a bridge to this random structure, and then that structure will go downwards, kind of like we did on the other side of the city, and then also what we did down there. Another thing I did in between episodes is over at Doofenshmirtz. We're going to fly on in here and land, and then walk through. There you go. We have the jingle now in place. Let's play it one more time. Oh, it's so beautiful. I love it so much, and it's been done with some note blocks here. We're going to use free cam just so you can take a little look here. Yeah, we have some pillar blocks there, but yeah, pretty solid stuff. I'm really happy with the way that turned out. And yeah, other than that, we've basically covered everything I've done between episodes here. Alright guys, so the plan for today's episode, as you can tell from the title, took me a while actually coming with this one. We're going to make some map art. We did this last season, episode 23 of RealmTale Season 1. We made map art of this guy, my beautiful face. And this time we're going to make a stop sign. Why not? Because, well, we need some decoration down on the road here. I put some copper blocks for oxidization here. I don't actually need that for the stop sign build, but I was thinking, have a stop sign right here where there'd be a crosswalk, something like right over here, maybe even on this carpet line, just sticking up here to tell everyone to stop. I was also thinking maybe we can actually make like some lights here, like traffic lights. I think that'd be pretty cool as well. And then a stop sign would also probably end up being down here as well. Wherever we find a spot for a stop sign that makes sense, it will be awesome. So let's get the materials to build this. All right, so the materials that I found that would work the best is netherrack, because come on, it's red. It's a little bit darker than I prefer, to be honest, but the only other option we have besides this would be red concrete, and I don't want to make a whole ton of red concrete, so we're going to work with netherrack. The other thing we can use is white for the actual, lettering in the border. I was thinking snow. Snow seems like a pretty good option, so we're probably going to use those two. And that's it. That's all we need. This is a lot simpler than last season when we made my face, because we really only need 2 color blocks here, netherrack and snow. So I'm going to work on gathering a whole ton of this. Shouldn't be too hard. Okay guys, I've gathered all the blocks, which you can see right behind me. We have a whole ton of snow blocks. I've gathered some out of here. As you can see, a whole ton of netherrack as well. And you'll notice I've already come to a very open ocean to hopefully start the map here. You can see I've started planning it out here, which we have all the corners mapped out, which I think is the best way to do this. And I've started with the top here. So I'm probably not going to time lapse any of this, because I'm going to be honest, I'm going to be trying to focus the best I can. So yeah, I'm going to get back with progress updates, and I'll see you in a little bit. All right guys, we're back. And it's been a while. You don't understand how long it's taking me just to do what you see behind me and what you see on the map. Yeah, we just have that built so far, and to be honest, it's probably the hardest part already done. We just have to fill it in. We just have to become a printer and start printing everything. Yeah, the letters that actually took the longest was the O. I could not make it symmetrical. I kept having parts here that were like bigger than the others. So like, for example, I'd get to this section and I'd get like really fat. So like this would cut in. I could not make it round. I think I have it somewhat symmetrical. I'm using like a mod, not a mod, but like a website where you can enter an image, which I entered an image of a stoplight and it gave me this. However, the image I took like wasn't actually like a proper image. So it's slightly off. So the circle is, I guess, kind of, the stop sign's taken at an angle from it because it's a picture of like an actual stop sign in real life. So it's taken at an angle, and then that obviously means the O is a little bit warped in the picture. And kind of same thing with the S. The S, you may notice, isn't exactly perfect, and I might tweak it a little bit when I go in to fill it in, just because, yeah, it does look a little bit off here. However, I am pretty happy with the, the P and the T. There's not much I could really go wrong with that. But yeah, time to turn into the block printer and start printing things in. Stop. Get it? Get it? Because I finished the stop sign, guys. Look at that. It's pretty cool. I went ahead and locked this map here. So now we have a stop sign with a blue outline here. I might do this again here. Just use some black concrete and turn all this blue to black. That way we have a blue one and then a black one. That way, in case I want to mix it up, maybe one for the day, one for the night. I don't know if I'll actually end up using which one, but I want to make sure I have both accessible and I can change which one I want. What do you think, Penguin? He agrees. So I'm going to go grab some black concrete. We're going to finish off the corners. All right, guys. The stop sign with the black border is now finished. So now we have a blue and black bordered one. I'm going to be honest. I think that's all the ones we're going to do today. Both of these maps have been locked. So in case anyone comes out here and starts, messing with the map, we can fix it. I'm going to also change this setting because, going to be honest, don't know why anyone would ever play with view bobbing off, but I was just doing it so the maps would stop shaking around in my hand because it was kind of annoying. But yeah, it just makes it actually look like you're moving, which I liked that because otherwise you're just gliding and it looks weird. Anyways, I'm going to pack up some of this stuff and we can start displaying these guys in the mega base. All right, so after installing the stop signs, which really only used them 3 here, I was going to use the stop signs on all of these 4-way intersections. Then I realized 4-way intersections don't really use stop signs. They use stop lights, so I need some stop lights. So how am I going to do that, you say? Well, it's a trick that I've been using basically all season. If you guys remember earlier in the season, I worked on my own custom little area over here. This is kind of like my lounge, and there's a whole ton of custom heads like that Rubik's Cube, the Nintendo Switch, the PS5, all that stuff. And how have I been getting that? I've been using this guy, my second account. This is 55 Hazosh. You can even see I don't know if you guys can hear. Yeah, this guy still has audio open on my computer. So yeah, I'm going to use this guy to get some custom heads here. So let's kill this guy about 16 times just for one color because, yeah, it's going to be a lot. And then, yeah, we're going to kill him, 48 times if I'm doing the math correctly? So, yeah, it's going to be a rough day for him. And there you have it. We now have 3 stacks of 16 of these traffic light heads. And, yeah, the chat is permanently just scanned. I mean, Salmon and Jay are, like, so confused about what's been going on. But, yes, we now have all these heads. And that will make decorating the traffic lights a little bit better. And not only will it make them better, it will also make the lights look cooler. So, I think that's just a win for everyone. And there we have it. You'll fly on in here. We have an arrow there that I killed a creeper with. And there's our traffic lights. They're kind of hanging in there and dangling. So we have, 3 there because the road isn't a 4-way intersection. We just have a 3-way here because obviously there's nowhere the road can go. Whoops. There's no way the road can go in that direction. So yeah, we just kind of have a 3-way. Over here where the bridge will soon be, there's a 4-way. So that's pretty cool. So we actually, I kind of overshot with the heads here. I assumed there was going to be 4 for each, but instead there was 3 for a couple, so we have some extra. But yeah, it kind of looks like that. It was going to be a kind of a block here in the middle, but then I realized it kind of looked bad, so there we go. I think that's the best way to do it. It kind of also has, like, you can see through, kind of resembles real traffic lights and the way those work. So I'm super happy with the way that turned out, and just these small details. My lighter broke. My lighter broke there, but yeah, the small details is really just making the base look all together pretty well. Alright, flying in here now with Josh's backup wings. We're on our 4th pair here, which is probably a mistake. I should probably really get to mending those, but we're going to go into the museum here because I'd like to show you guys some exhibits I've been working on in between episodes. Like I said at the start of this episode, I finished everything I had been working on in between episodes, but no, we still have one more. I'm going to go through the full system here just because it's super satisfying to use. Love that vault door. We're going to pass all of our polar bears, panda bears, arctic foxes, guardians, husks, and strays, and we're going to go down to the lower section here because we have some more mobs. We have Brutus, who is a zombified piglin holding a golden axe. Yes, this guy was once a brute, and pretty difficult to transport here, but it's actually not too hard. Once he gets into zombified form, he actually stops being aggro, so it's a little bit easier. But yeah, through the nether was pretty rough. I just had to keep running on the nether roof, and he just chased me. So it was pretty fun to try and get that guy in here. Then we have Nathaniel the Endermanual. Get it? Okay. This is a twin brother from Daniel, the Enderman from Season 1, which we had him in a boat, and so was Daniel from Season 1. He was also in a boat. Obviously, he has to be in a boat so he doesn't teleport, and I kind of like this exhibit. It kind of mocks the end pillars there as well. And then the last guy we have is Banna. It's because he's a raid leader with a banner, but without a bow, which is extremely rare because you actually have to get this guy by breaking his crossbow. So yeah, it's pretty cool, and he kind of lives here in a makeshift piglin, or not piglin, a pillager outpost type thing with all the banners there, which I think turned out pretty well. We still have a couple more exhibits to build in the future, but other than that, these are just the 3 that I've done in between episodes that I'm super happy with. Alright guys, bit of a short episode here today, but I'm going to call it right there. A lot of work was done, obviously setting up these guys, the stop signs. These guys were a lot of fun to kind of put together, planning out the stop sign and all that stuff. And I gotta say, such a small detail for the actual mega base, which I was kind of upset I didn't use it more, but I absolutely love it. And then obviously the stoplights as well, just really creating a whole sense of the city coming together here. So yeah, once again, gonna end the episode there. So if you liked the video, make sure to leave a like. If you liked it, make sure to subscribe. Thanks again for watching. Stay tuned for more.